How's it going, guys? John Santos, and in today's video I'm here with Keith Yackey, owner and founder of Amplify Live Experience. And in this video what we're going to do is talk about how you can attract the best people in life to really further your business.
Facebook. And the reason I push hustle so much is because it feels like the most fucking controllable thing to change the outcome of what disappoints you.
First of all, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. And you know, a lot of people, maybe you've heard this, like maybe if they're a realtor or they're something like, oh, that's a people business. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean to be nitpicky or try and like, you know, say something that's just overly critical, and it's not. It's just, I think every business is a people business. I really do. And so when people are telling me, hey, I want to up level my life or up level my business, first place I always go is, well, tell me about your relationships. Tell me about who's championing you on. Tell me who you're championing on. And so I think that when I created Amplify Live, I was thinking, I've been to a lot of live events. I've been in the live event space for a while. And I've been to a lot of these different events. And I just asked myself, what did I love about that event? Mm-hmm. And what did I not necessarily like that I think I could up level or improve? And so that's why I created. So, you know, when you were at Amplify last year, I mean, you noticed it was in a rock concert venue.
It was completely different from anything I
mean, it was
in the past.
Or that anybody's done, right?
Yep.
And so I'm just like, because I like rock and roll, I like music, I think it brings out the best of who we are. So I'm like, well, wouldn't it be cool if we held it in this type of venue? Mm-hmm. And so I just was saying, what's unique about me that I like that I could add into an event that would add a lot of value to people? Mm-hmm. One thing that I think that people sometimes forget, and this is what I really wanted, I wanted great content, mm-hmm. which we got. Because we had great speakers and we were able to dive into some really cool stuff about business and life. But one thing I love, and I'm so proud of this, it was the connections that people made. Mm-hmm. So I always say, what are your relationships like? The other thing I always ask is like, are you the person, do you act like the person that you want to run into? Mm-hmm. Like, are you, if you want people to be about you, are you about them? If you want people to be interested in you, are you interesting, first and foremost? Do you have something going on in your life other than just nothing? Mm-hmm. And then secondly, if you want people to be interested in you, are you interested in them? Mm-hmm. And so I think, you know, I'm really good at creating relationships and creating rapport because I'm genuinely just interested in people. Like, how do you do what you do? Like, even you were telling me about your business. I'm like, oh, that's so curious. I like that. I want to know about that. So if you're looking to up-level your life and business, and I always go relationships, but the question I think that people might be asking is, yeah, you know, we've all heard this statement, you know, you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with. And I think the reason it's so cliche is because it's so true. Right. But a lot of people are like, well, where do I find 5 better people than me? Mm-hmm. And, you know, that's a question that a lot of people ask me. Do you want me to answer it here? Or like, what are your thoughts? If you look back in your life, and I did this with mine, I look back and I realized that every cool opportunity I had came from a relationship. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's how it is.
Isn't that, I mean, like, like think about like the job you have or the opportunity you got for a business or a partnership or whatever it was, it probably became, it probably came through a relationship. Yep. Sometimes, I mean, you're probably married or dating the gal you know or guy you know probably because of a relationship with somebody else. Yep. So like, it's so powerful. And when people say, I want to up level the 5 people, I ask myself this, and I ask you this, would those 5 people want to hang out with you? And so you go like, I want better friends. Are you a better friend? Mm-hmm. Are you taking interest? Are you supporting? A lot of people comment on how much some of my friends and I who will be speaking at Amplify, like Pete Vargas and David Bayer and Chris Smith and these kind of guys, even Brendan Burchard, who will be speaking this year. If any of my friends are coming through town or within a short flight away, speaking somewhere, I buy tickets, I show up just to support them. Mm-hmm. And so like, that's the kind of friend I am. And I've had friends say like, dude, you already know all my stuff. Like, what are you even doing here? I'm like, I'm here to support you, to be good energy in the room. Now, not everybody can jump on a flight and has the freedom to finances and time to be able to do that. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, if you're looking to up-level your friends, are you taking interest in them? Are you complimenting them? Are you trying to find value? Maybe they need a connection to somebody that you know. Mm-hmm. And are you looking to be able to add that value to those people? So, and a lot of people are like, well, how do I add value to somebody? What if they have everything? Well, maybe you can alleviate a time pressure for them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can say, hey, listen, I know that you're doing X, Y, and Z, and Y and Z you don't like, and you want to do more of X. Why don't I take Y and Z off your plate, and you don't even have to pay me? Let me just handle it, or we can find an outsource. Like, you become that person that connects them with something.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a huge, huge way of doing it. And then just practically, if you're saying, what's the cheapest, easiest way for me to meet people that are going in the same direction with the same vision to me? And that is go to where they hang out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And where do they hang out? They hang out at conferences like Amplify Live. And I know that sounds kind of like a cheesy plug, and I didn't want it to sound that way, but it's like, for me, all of my business partners right now, promotional partners or actual partners in different businesses I met every single one of them. I think every single one of them. I think every single one of them I met at a live event that I was attending, or at a mastermind that I was a part of.
Yep. Yep.
And so I just go, well, look, here's the recipe for success. Just follow it.
Mm-hmm. No, that's amazing. And I think even with the stuff that I was doing is like, all the people and the things that I've accomplished and I've been able to accomplish was because I've been to these areas that they all hang out. So if it's in the apparel industry, we go to the different conventions in the apparel. But if I want to get more into the personal growth and more into the how do I amplify my messaging, or how do I amplify what I'm doing on YouTube, or how do I create a story or start branding it, Amplify like that. Yeah. That was a full thing, and like you said, I don't want it to be a promotional pitch. I'm really not pitching. I don't want to pitch this to you guys. I think the tips that he just gave you alone can really take you a lot further. Yeah. So even if you guys just start implementing a few of those tips in your life, you'll see everything really start taking off. And for those that didn't have a chance to look at the previous video, I'm going to link it here as well. That way you guys can go into kind of see a little bit more detail into what we discussed in terms of purpose and in terms of getting rid of the thought of wanting permission to do something to move forward. So I'm going to link those videos up on here, and I'll also add them to the description. And once again, we definitely invite you to come out to the event. I'm personally going to be there. It's this summer, and the description to the event will be linked down below as well. So if you guys are going to be into town, just shoot me a message or comment down below if you guys are really interested and want more information. I could personally give you guys some stuff as well. But more than anything, I really appreciate you giving me some time to come out and interview you today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, man.
I mean, I wanted everybody to kind of get a little taste of what I got last year. Nice. It was a 3-day thing or 2.5-day thing. So I blocked my whole schedule off. Like, to be honest, when I actually showed up, I was like, okay, let's see what kind of thing it is, So like I wasn't going in with an open mind, but I was. Yeah. But I was still like 50-50.
Sure.
So when I sat down and I started hearing things, I'm like, oh, this is really cool. So then I switched from like having any defenses to knowing that, all right, I'm just gonna go in it with an open mind, see what I can make out of it. And it became something that was unexpectedly the best thing that happened to me.
Wow.
So it was cool. It was awesome. So definitely come in with an open mind, or if you guys are looking at events, just go in with an open mind, because you could definitely get something from whatever you're doing, whatever videos you're watching, whatever content you're soaking in. You could, if you come in with an open mind, you'll be more able to just pick up on those little tips that you're going to need to really take your life further. So once again, guys, I appreciate you guys all watching, tuning into this video. If you guys have any questions, comment down below. Once again, I appreciate it, and talk soon. Bye.